Welcome, guys. Well, this is for those who need to get a teaching job in the United States this year, 2024. Free to apply, free to go through all the interview process. You need to stay tuned. This is going to be quick and informative. So, share this link if you know somebody who would like to get a teaching job in the 2024-2025 school year to teach in the United States. And not just any or one state, many states, this school district, or should I say, this program sponsors teachers to teach in many school districts in the United States. So if you would like to be considered for a teaching job in the United States for the 2024-2025 school year, then you need to stay tuned to the end of this video. I will be sharing with you a program sponsor that you can apply to free. There's no cost attached to it. You can go through the interview process free. They connect you with school districts free, and then you get a job in the United States. And if you are one of those lucky ones, you may be here this summer 2024 teaching in the United States, and you don't need to think about paying any agency to get this teaching opportunity. So stay tuned to the end. It's going to be quick and spicy. You want to get your pencils so that you can get some things down. As you can see on the bottom of my screen, it says International Alliance Group need teachers. Also, there is a email address that you can send information if you have questions. Okay, so we're going to get straight into this. We're also live on Facebook as well as on IG. So we're going to talk about this program sponsor that is free to apply to. Hello, Oil. So let me get my information. This program sponsor, let me remove this. All right. This program sponsor is called International Alliance Group. International Alliance Group has been recruiting teachers for years. Now, what International Alliance Group is now ready to do is to get that pool of applicants in so that they can start placing teachers into different school districts. Did I mention that they place teachers in many different states to include Alaska, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Iowa, Maryland, Michigan, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Texas, Virginia, Utah, and I might have left off a few, but those are a lot of states that this program sponsor places teachers in. They are a J1 program sponsor. So what does this mean is if you are accepted through IAG, then you will get a J1 visa. The J1 visa is a cultural exchange visa, which will allow you to work in the United States for an initial 3 years and a possibility of extending that for 2 additional years. So if you've never heard about International Alliance Group before, this is your opportunity to go and do your research on Google. Their web address is iagusa.org. I can put it in the comment section below also so that you can check that out for yourself, as well as you can send an email to their recruiting officers, which is recruitment at iagusa.org. That is going across the screen. You can always copy that down. If you start your application process and you get into any difficulty, you can reach out to recruitment at iagusa.org. They are a J1 sponsor and they are in need of teachers. If you are a Caribbean teacher, you are in need. They need you guys. If you are a science, math, or special education teacher, you are needed by IAG. What are the requirements? We're going to look at the requirements quickly. To be eligible to teach in the United States, and this is not just IAG, you should have a bachelor's degree in education, as well as you should have at least 2 years teaching experience in your home country. Now, your bachelor's degree, you are going to need to get that evaluated, which is called the Foreign Credentials Evaluation, to make sure that it is equivalent to a US degree. So, one company that's recommended by IAG is Pantren, and they also recommend other companies. You can check those out on their website that I mentioned earlier, iagusa.org. Now, they want to make sure that you have a up-to-date curriculum vitae and also a up-to-date passport, so that if you're offered a opportunity to teach in the United States, you can travel as soon as that opportunity comes your way. They want to make sure also that you are proficient in English. Now, I know a lot of you may be proficient in English, but English is not your first language. They have some recommended English tests that they accept. These are the tests they accept. If you're listening, you can put them in the comment section so that others can take note of those. They accept the CBEST, that is the CBEST. These are the acronyms. They accept TEFL, that's the TOEFL. They also accept ACTFL. They accept the EFSET along with the ITEP, the EFSET and the ITEP. They also, and this one is on their website for free. You can go on IAG's website and do these English tests free online and send those results in when you apply to IAG. So I've been saying free ever since this video starts. You're applying for free. There's an opportunity for you to do a free English language test on IAG's website, and those are the EFSET along with the English language level test and the house. Free, you can do these English tests on IAG's website. That's an awesome resource if you do not have that English test already done. Thank you, FL, for telling us those English tests that is accepted by IAG. So as I mentioned before, the requirements: you need a bachelor's degree, you need to get your credentials evaluated. Spansion is one of the places they recommend. You need 2 years of teaching experience in your home country. You should be proficient in English, and you should have your other documents ready so that if you get this job opportunity, you can get going and be ready. Now, once you have those, you cannot know if you will get a job unless you apply. Guys, when this video is finished and somebody's gonna watch it and they're gonna say, I have all these requirements, I have a master's, a doctorate, I have a bachelor's degree, will I be able to get a job? My response is going to be, you will not know if you will get a job unless you apply. So guys, please don't be afraid to go on IAG's website, do some research, look around on the website, get the information you need, and complete the application. It's free to apply, so it's not going to take any money from you to apply, and you might get this job this school year. If you don't apply, then there's no, it's like, I usually hear they say, if you don't buy a ticket, you don't stand a chance. Those who know what I'm talking about, but if you don't buy a ticket, you don't stand a chance. If you don't put an application in, then you don't stand a chance. So the only way for you to be selected is for you to put an application in. How do you apply to IAG? I have a video on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be putting that link in the chat right now so that you can check this video out. In this video, I showed step by step. There's no excuses, guys. Step by step how you can apply to IAG. It's a easy process. So step by step you can apply. And as I mentioned before, if you run into any difficulty, then you can reach out to the link that's on the screen that says recruitment at iagusa.org. So nothing is left unturned, guys. You are getting the link that shows you step by step how to apply. If you are not a first language speaker of English, then there's 2 free tests on IAG's website that you can do to show them that you are fluent in English and send that in with your application. I just leave the link in the comment section below that shows step by step how to apply to IAG, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. So what else should you know about IAG? I did mention they sponsor the J1 visa. I did mention they place teachers in several different states. So you may have an opportunity to select the state you'd like to work in. You might get more than one job offer from different states, different school districts, where you can say, okay, I'm going to choose this state over that state after doing your own research. Yes, Donna, we're always on it. So if you're interested, if you would like to be considered for a teaching job this year, 2024-2025 school year, there's no way of you knowing if you're going to get this job opportunity unless you put that application in. So if I were you, I would go ahead and start putting my application in and see what is going to be next. Now, you may be wondering, what is the foreign credentials evaluation? I mentioned it earlier, but let me slow that down some. Your bachelor's degree from your country, your home country, whether you're applying from Jamaica, you're applying from Barbados, or you're applying from Latin America, wherever you're applying from. If your degree is not from an American university, then you're going to need to get it evaluated by a NACES approved company to say or show its equivalent to a US degree. That can take as long as 7 days, 14 days, or as short as a day or 2 days to be evaluated. So don't worry about that you don't have it on hand. You can, while you're applying to IAG, apply for your credentials evaluation. Any job you're going to get in the United States is going to require that you present a foreign credential evaluation to show that you have an equivalent bachelor's degree. Okay, so jump on that, guys. As I said before, I'm going to say it again. It's free to apply to IAG. It's free to interview with any school district that they're going to recommend you to. It's free right throughout the process. It's free. The only time you're going to think about going in your pocket for money is if you are going to be looking about your passport, if you're going to be going to the embassy, if you're going to go do your criminal background check. That is another thing. You should have a clear background check. Those personal things that you're going to need for yourself, those are the things you're going to pay for. But applying is free. Going through the application process is free. Interviewing, when you get the job, you're going to come here and you will still get professional learning development from IAG free of cost. So start putting your applications in. There's still more time for you to apply. Now, I mentioned earlier that Caribbean teachers, you are in high demand. If you are from Latin America, you're also in high demand. In a previous video, I spoke about Indians. If you teach special education, math, or science, high demand. Filipinos, if you teach special education, high demand. If you are not from any of those countries, you still should apply, because there are school districts that are seeking teachers from across the globe. So I see a lot of different countries saying, I'm from Africa, or I'm from Ghana, I'm from Nigeria. Can I apply? Guys, you will never know what chance you have unless you put your application in. And if I was you, or if I were you, it doesn't even matter. If she called up, if I was listening to this video right now and I heard she say Caribbean teachers or whatever, I'm from Asia or from whatever, and it's free to apply, I don't see what would stop me from applying because it's free. It's not like you're gonna pay any money to apply. It's free. If you were on my live yesterday where Miss Barlow shared with us, she's from Nigeria. If you did not check that video out, she mentioned a lady who told her, you will never teach outside of Nigeria. And she proved that lady wrong over and over and over again, because she taught in so many different countries, to include the United States, Europe, the Middle East, and so many different countries, even though that lady told her, you will never teach outside of Nigeria. My sisters and my brothers, the applications are free. You are not going to know if you are going to get this job if you don't put that application in. So put your applications in. That's the only way. I am sitting right here, cannot know what qualifications you have and determine if you will get a job, yes or no. I cannot determine if you're going to be rejected, if you're going to get an application interview. Put your applications in. All right, I think I've preached enough. I'm going to leave 10 minutes of questions before I go into the questioning segment. If you have not liked this video as yet, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, whether you're on IG, Facebook, or YouTube. Give the video a thumbs up, guys. And I'm going to take 10 minutes to answer questions. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section so I can see them. All right, I'm waiting and I'm putting my timer on, because as Donna says, yes, it's Tuesday. So, you know, Donna, you already know. You already know what it is, what time it is. I still need to go to work tomorrow, but I needed to come out and share this with people who are still saying they're putting applications in and applications are closed and they cannot, move forward with their goals of getting a job for the 24-25 school year. And I'm saying some school districts are already closed. They're not taking any more applications, but use what you got. I'm going to go back to Miss Barlow yesterday. She said, some of us, we are trying to go in one direction, but that direction doesn't want us, or it's not ready for us. So what do? We use what we got. International Alliance Group, they're still accepting applications. Put your application in. That's all I have to say. Put your applications in. All right, I'm not seeing any questions, so it seems as if I can go. I can go. If you are joining this channel for the first time, guys, please go ahead and subscribe. We share a lot on how to get a teaching job here in the United States. Also, we have teachers who have journeyed across the globe to teach in different countries to come and share their experiences with us. If you missed that live yesterday, I'm going to put it in the comment section again, especially for my Nigerian brothers and sisters. If you missed that live yesterday, then you should run on to watch, to see, or I should say listen to your Nigerian sister who climbed the educational ladder from Nigeria to the United States, to England, to Venezuela, to so many different countries. She wanted to go to the United States and was rejected so many times, but she was determined to find a job, and she did. How did she do it? Check that video out that I just put in the description and see how she climbed that educational ladder. Guys, sometimes it's just a block in our way, but as soon as that block, or should I say, as soon as we get around that blockage, we're sailing, we're good to go. If your degree is in English, do you still need to be, as long as your degree is not an American degree, Stephanie, as long as it's not an American degree, it could be in English, it could be in early childhood education, it could be in primary education. It doesn't matter what your degree is in, as long as it is not an American degree, meaning you got your degree from a American institution, it has to be evaluated. It has to be evaluated. I'm not sure if you're mixing up that English language degree with the exams that I mentioned for people whose first language is not English. If your first language is not English, you will need to do some English test to prove that you are fluent in English. But if you're whatever exam, whatever degree you have, as long as it's not a institution in America that you got that degree from, it must be evaluated. All right, please, should in case you are recruited, how could I forget that? As the thumbnail says, move with your family. All J1 program sponsors that I know allow teachers to take their family with them. You can move to the United States with your family. Just as the thumbnail says, you can move with your family. Will you move the first day with them? Maybe not, because you might want to first go and get settled and then your family comes after. All right. So yes, once you are sponsored a J1 visa, you are allowed to take your family members with you. Those are the immediate family members, your husband, your wife, your children, not mom, dad, nieces, cousins, nephews, and stuff. Husband, wife, children. Good question. What about teachers of English? Minister Mommy, all teachers can apply. All teachers can apply. I specified the areas that are always, or should I say greatly needed, which are math, science, and special education, but that does not mean you cannot apply. I just had a credential evaluation with Spantron for another company. Can I use it or I have to do another? If that credential evaluation is for a job, you can use it. You can use it, Minister Mommy. All right. I hope I'm saying it right. Mamley, Minister Mamley Flint. All right. Hi, Dr. Britton. I applied to IG about 2 weeks ago and they said I was not qualified. I do have all the requirements that is asked of by the company, so I don't know why. You are not qualified. I wonder what your bachelor's degree is in. What's your bachelor's in, Shan? Let me know what your bachelor's degree is in, and let's see if we can figure out why you're not qualified. All right. So we should understand that the J1 program sponsors, they are stipulated by the Department of State and they have to follow certain rules, and that's why the requirements are not, and I said it earlier, it's not just IAG's requirements. These are requirements sent from the Department of State. I have a bachelor's degree in primary education and a diploma in special education. I don't see why you wouldn't qualify, Shan. I don't see why. You might want to reach out to me on IG because I'm not sure if that is your correct name, and I may can get some more information on that for you because I'm not sure. Okay, so send me a message on IG and I'll get some more information on that for you. So any more questions, guys? Any more questions? If you have not liked the videos yet, as I said, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with somebody who might need the information. Also turn your notification bells on, because just like Donna came on and she said live on a Tuesday, it wasn't planned. I just needed to come and share this information because I saw today where people was reaching out to saying they're applying to different school districts and they have closed off. But like, yes, some school districts are already closed. So if they're closed, find the ones who are still accepting applications and put your applications in. All right. There are no more questions, guys. Thanks for coming. I hope I'm not missing anything. Let me check my paper. Yes, you can move with your family. As the thumbnail says, you can move with your family once you get a teaching job in the United States on a J1 visa, which is what IAG offers, a J1 visa. And they need teachers. So put your applications in. And I did mention earlier, if you are applying and you are stuck at any stage, send an email to recruitment@iagusa.org. It's right on my screen. If you don't know IAG's website, I did put it in the comment section below. It's IAGUSA.org. If you need to do a free English test, you can find that on IAG's website, where they provided a free link for you to do a free English test if you are not a English, or should I say, a native language speaker. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I appreciate your time. Do remember to share this video. Bye.